This is the third part of creating progress plan surfaces. In the previous example, we have created the progress polygons for a year for every bench we have mined during our scheduling steps. So now we have got the final job to do and generate the surfaces for each year. To do that, we go to Tools, Progress Plan Surfaces, and we do the following. In the existing topo surface, we click on drop-down list and select the topo surf. That's the surface that should have been created for your topographic grid file. So for this grid file, you should have a surface. If you don't have it, you can go to here, go to grid, select new, surface name, type in the surface name, then from grid file select this, from grid value select this, select the display definition, apple green for example. Don't forget the surface name, you just type it in, and when you click OK, the corresponding surface will be created. I have called it the topo surf. So I have this surface here. Progress plan design file is called for PP surfaces, so for progress plan surfaces. It's the one we were talking about in the second part, in the previous part. So here I need to select all my benches with merged progress polygons, so prefix M. I go like drop down list and select the first one, and so on. I will have to do it for 10 benches, and then I select a surface also from drop down list. The surface should correspond, the elevation of the surface should correspond to the elevation of the layer. So once I do that, I move to the other part of the form. Here you have a grid file. You don't have to create it, you just type in the name of the new file. Don't create it, the system will create it for you. The grid spec, we are using the repeat grid spec, which I have created in part 1. So it was explained how it is created. Just to remind you, this grid spec tells us that we are creating a grid within this bordering polygon, and the grid cell size is 10 meters by 10 meters. So the starting surface name, we also type it in. That's the surface name that will be created by the system. So I just called it start surf. Then the period string. The period string should correspond to the years that you were scheduling through. We were scheduling through 3 years, 2014 till 2016. So I have it here, 14, 15, 16. And finally, the resulting surface. You also give it a name. So I've called it surface 2014, to the surface 2015, and surface 2016. So when I would hit OK, it would start generating these surfaces, and as a result, we would have the following. I will switch off these graphics, and I will scroll down. So it will create a new grid file called pppits, as I decided to call it like this. So I'll have the start surface, okay. Again, I will use visual overrides to give it some vivid colors, right? So let's have a look at the year 14. Okay, so you see something happening here. So we can have it again in some vivid colors. Let's call it, yeah, okay. Yeah, so we have mined this area. I might rotate it if you want, so you can have a better look. It looks a bit flat, so I will do the view settings. Exaggeration by 5, this should be enough. So I've just increased the scale along the Z axis, so now it looks like a real pit. And we can have a look at the surface for the year 15. Again, vivid colors. You see that in the year 15 we started progressing in this area compared to year 14. And finally, the last year, 2016. So we have done some more excavation here. We have moved our bench in this direction as well, and we have started removing the some burden material in this area. So that's how the our pits would look like by the end of the year 2014, 15 and 16. In the next screencast I will explain you how you can create sections through this area and how you can display um, the progress on this section.